What's up, Champions fam? It's Z.E.K.E back with a brand new WWE Champions video. Now, I promise not to hold you for long because the broskies are more than likely already starting their production on that exclusive 4-star gold gameplay for this all-new champion that's about to be released during Showdown Tournament weekend coming up. And that is none other than the original fourth member of the New World Order, Attitude Era striker, Ted DiBiase, NWO. Now, a lot of you might not realize this, but let's be real. The original member, even though we are seeing Scott Hall, Kevin Nash, Sean Waltman, and Hollywood Hulk Hogan get inducted into the WWE Hall of Fame as NWO, the actual fourth member of the NWO after it was originally created and came into existence was none other than Ted DiBiase. He, being the $1 Million Man, of course, acted as their financier, so to speak. He was the one funding everything. So you had Hall, Nash, Hogan, and DiBiase originally. And then, of course, we know how the NWO spread like wildfire and everyone and anyone was in the NWO. Then we had the whole NWO Black against NWO Red, Wolfpack versus Hollywood, etc., etc. But our main focus today is, yes, another striker. And this one doesn't come with specialty tokens. So it is what it is, y'all. But being that he's being released over Showdown Tournament weekend, maybe possibly we can get a lower star rarity of him through faction and solo contests, or at least get enough shards of him through those contests, so if we go to pull for him, we can get the remainder and unlock him properly at 4-star bronze. But let's go ahead and dive into it. Yes, he is an Attitude Era striker. He is a member of the New World Order, so matching Black Gems charge moves of that color by 1 more MP. He's also Attitude Era. Gems do 10% more damage. And again, some people don't care for these type of bonuses, but when you're dealing with strikers, gem damage is their shtick. The same way move damage is a powerhouse's, that additional damage works wonders no matter what when you are dealing with a striker unit. So that helps out. He does not have any gear, but here is where things get interesting. Now, Legend Technician DiBiase, he helped out with loot boxes, with loot box farming. That's what he did. That's exactly what he did. Now, with Striker DiBiase, black moves start with 1 or 2 more MP. But at 4-star bronze, 9K, black moves start with 2 more MP, while green moves start with 1 MP. Now, let's just be realistic, y'all. NWO 2000 Bret Hart runs the double green with the black finisher at 4-star. We covered this, right? It makes sense for you to double up. Now, this is a trainer ability. It's not a coaching ability. But it's good to see these return. Because the last champion I recall that had an ability like this is none other than Showdown Shop Trophy Champion Wolfpack Sting. So, with that being said, this is going to be a very interesting ability that's going to be highly, highly useful. You can use it for free-to-play Brett. You could use it for next big thing Brock Lesnar. You could use it for Nikolai Volkov. There's a couple of champions that run it. You could use it for Sting. There's going to be some champions that can use it, that can utilize this. There's no way around that. There's no way around it. Hell, if I recall correctly, you can actually use this on Legend DiBiase. So this is cool. And ooh, you can also use him on Legend Jake the Snake Roberts too. okay, this is going to be pretty dope. This is going to be actually a real interesting trainer ability that's going to help out a lot of champions. And there's some that are probably not even coming to mind right now, but that's a good ability. Now, these are his moves, and granted, they are not maxed out, but we got to get to the point because I don't want to hold y'all for long. We got the finisher diving elbow drop. Finisher deals damage, and it's going to be plus bonus damage for every immobile gem on the board. So you're going to more than likely need Mr. Wonderful Tech Legend for this ability. But there's going to be some ways to finagle around that, because following that, we have the belly to back suplex, dealing damage, allowing you to choose gems to make into black gems. So another choose gem guy. That's cool. That's crucial right there. Then we have the running clothesline, which is going to deal damage and make an area to swap into yellow gems. Now, this is going to be a choose move for you. So another choose move situation. We have the pile driver, dealing damage and allowing you to choose gems to make into immobile gems. That's where Orndorff would come into play with creating more immobile gems, similar to how things went with Tyler Breeze, Prince Pretty. Following that, we have the superplex, or man, not the superplex, the suplex, the regular one, dealing damage and allowing you to make immobile gems into purple gems. The pin bar will not move, y'all. Just like Legend, Macho, just like New Gen, Bulldog, and Legend Hogan, we got another guy who's going to be dealing some mad damage, whooping that ass, while also making sure you don't get an early pin. So that is beneficial right there. And then finally, we have the backbreaker, dealing damage and modifying a random area into immobile gems. Now, again, think about this. This is base level stuff, okay? Base level. You go to his finisher right out of the gate, it's already in the thousands already with 2K, okay? So just think when you get to see the OG Gerson, Big Papa Bry, Benny, DJ Anon ZT, Christian on air, David Boy, Davey D. Wait until you see what this dude does with maxed out moves. This is going to be crazy. And on top of that, a lot of these moves are cyclable. Like, there are a multitude of builds here that are absolutely crazy. I mean, come on now. This is absolutely crazy. You can create a random area of immobile gems. You can turn those immobile gems into purple gems to cycle. The pin bar will not move, okay? And then you can choose an area to swap into yellow gems if you want to go that route. You've got a choose move with the belly to back suplex that can fuel the pile driver and that finisher. Ted DiBiase's coming to whoop some ass, y'all. Coming to whoop some ass. I am excited. What are your thoughts? I know. Another striker, though. Zeke 410. Look. Everyone has a price. Sometimes you got to pay the cost to be the boss. My broskies and my siskies. But with that being said, y'all, stay tuned to the bros gameplay at 4-star gold. I am confident that you will be left satisfied. And even if you want to complain and bitch and be like, oh, another champion behind a paywall, get a grip. It's a gotcha game, for God's sake. If you don't like it, quit. Try out Scrabble Go, okay? Go play something else. But reality of it is, man, it's a gotcha game. New champions are going to be introduced. And like I said in a prior video, sometimes the excitement doesn't just come with the fact that you got a new champion to face. Sometimes the excitement comes with figuring out a way to defeat that brand new champion. And you can tell that not only is Dibiase NWO built to pack some major damage, some major heat, so to speak, when it comes to his gameplay, he's also highly defensive. He's going to be like disrupting the board. I personally thought that being who Dibiase is, I never would have thought of him as a striker. Like, it's crossed my mind, but it never stuck. I always thought that another variation of Dibiase would have been a trickster. Because it does make sense. He's one of the best heels we've ever seen. Anyone who is willing to pay a kid, $100 to make a shot and then make sure that the kid doesn't make the shot just to keep the money. Come on now. Some of the greatest heel work ever, okay? Money Inc. was no joke, bro. Just look at the links that come with that, okay? DiBiase was packing that heel fire, and it's good to see him get his due in this game. So, being a hybrid offensive defensive beast, whether he's top tier or not, we'll leave that to the broskies over at the Haven to get that all sorted out. I'm sure we're going to get a tier list out, updated as always, and we'll figure out where he sits when you abide by those type of metas. But reality-wise, me looking at him just from here, and this is without moves being maxed out or anything, I think he's going to be a very fun champion to use. Offensive, defensive hybrids are always cool. And again, he's one of a few champions that has a move that not only deals damage, but it doesn't move the pin bar. I know how annoying that can get with certain champions when the pin bar moves and causes an early pin, ruins a setup for you. This guy evades that. And that's the reason why I think he's going to be special. Not only that, not only just having that move, the suplex, but that trainer ability is very crucial. He adds on to the NWO, and the NWO, in my opinion, are a group of champions that should have a boatload of members. Because, like I said earlier in this video, you had NWO Red, you had NWO Black, you had Hollywood, you had Wolfpack. There were multitude. There's a lot in the tank when it comes to innovating and changing the game with the NWO alone. It's the same way if you had DX, D-Generation X, if you threw in Mr. Ass and Road Dogg, okay? There's a lot of depth to them. I mean, hell, you could even throw in Hornswoggle as a DX member because technically he was. You can make a new version of Stephanie McMahon. You could easily do that. There's just NWO is a part of a lot of people's comeuppance in wrestling, okay? A golden era of wrestling, pardon me. And why not just show love to most of the members? I mean, we didn't get Jeff Jarrett. I'm sure and confident that we're not going to see a Scott Steiner or a Conan, So you take what you can and you work with it. And, you be happy with it. Even if you don't recruit them on the first time out. Listen, I literally beat the Flash Tour with a 3-star silver giant. Okay, a 3-star silver giant, not even fully maxed out. And use some freaking Shango Curses Black. I was able to get through it and get charged for Big Kev. Didn't get him out of the NWO bag after my faction's efforts, but I'm close enough now that literally I'm only missing 85 shards of him, and I'll be happy as hell to pull him at 3-star gold. But until then, it's cool to see more and more NWO members coming into the game. I really like the way they've built this guy, how he looks. He came out of nowhere again. Nobody knew that he was coming. So this is one of those things where you just gotta be happy. Now, whether or not, data miners and Town Hall figure this stuff out, I don't know, because I'm not a member. But outside of that, though, I mean, this is a cool little surprise. And it's good that Champions is actually following, up on wrestling lore and sticking true to it. We got the fourth original member of the NWO in Striker DiBiase. That's a good look. That's a good nod. We got notions of there being NWO 2000 members or variants of those guys, possibly, or at least getting Jeff Jarrett sometime down the line or sometime down the road. I like how things are tying in. Now, if they could just fix all the tag links and make them sensible, that's another day and another time. But with that being said, y'all, that's the video. NWO Attitude Era striker Ted DiBiase is coming. He's coming this showdown weekend. Be on the lookout for all the Broski's content. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. And until next time,